Maybe I talked about this before in a different video, so if it's just like a repeat of something else that I've already said, then so be it. But like the remote work, I seen a post on Twitter talking about how we waste $7 billion a year on um, federal buildings that are just basically not being used or occupied right now. And I think it's like 443 or something. Like the Trump administration is trying to sell off. And I think that's good. I think that like we should try to convert these into houses and apartments, whatever, housing, cheap housing. We need cheap fucking housing. Like I have a shitty fucking apartment. I have a hole in my fucking bathtub. It's it's not the cleanest. So I'm not gonna show. Well, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Nobody watches my shit anyway. Anyway, it's like this thing right here. There's a hole underneath it. They just patched it up with that. And I've been feeling like shit. Very disconnected. And up here, I don't know if you guys can see, it looks like there's water damage. And since I haven't had a job, I've been spending a lot of time in my room. And that was right above me. That's where I was sleeping right below it. And I was feeling disconnected and discombobulated. And I think that's it. I think there's probably mold up in there. And I'm leaving this apartment like really soon anyway. But I'm paying over $1,000 for this apartment. I should be paying like $500 for this apartment. This apartment's a piece of shit. Like seriously, I gotta listen to people and their stupid car alarms. And different people here. There's a lot of dumb people here that like their car, like our cars are parked right. Like our apartments are right here. Like you can hear a car alarm going off very easily. Because I can hear their dumb fucking ghetto ass rap music being filmed very easily. It's like if I hear like a car alarm going off, I check and make sure it's not mine. Like really, like basically instantly. These people just sit here and just let it go for like 10 minutes. It's just this place is it could be a lot worse. It's not too bad. It's kind of quiet. Like there's not a lot of riffraff. There isn't a lot of crime. I feel pretty safe here, honestly. Like. So that's good, but it's kind of run down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having to pay an extreme amount of rent because there isn't a lot of housing. There's a housing shortage, so that's why houses are so. That's one of the reasons why the houses are so high. And I think that the prices are like coming down big time right now because we're going through a recession. And people they feel like it's a money pit, which like when you buy a house, it shouldn't be a starter. It should be like, this is where I'm going to live for the rest of my life. That's your attitude. Like a 30-year mortgage is like, I'm going to be here 30 years. That's what you're signing on to a mortgage for. It's like, I'm going to be here for basically the rest of my life. But the way that people have been living, I have never owned a house. I've only rented. But the way people are living, like they keep on flipping their houses all the time. Selling it, getting the equity or whatever, and going on something else. And they want to keep upsizing. Everyone wants to keep upsizing. And I think that like a lot of people are gonna start trying to go downsizing, like me. I had to sell some of my crypto, you know what I mean, and I didn't want to, but I lost my job, man. There's a lot of people who are losing their jobs right now, and like there's probably no guarantee that I'm going to be getting a job anytime soon. A lot of companies are laying off. Man, I think that we might, when they said we're having a disruption, like we are going through that right now when it comes to like AI and job loss of white collar workers. You can see that with the federal government, how you see like all these people are getting fired, probably because like their job is pointless. And I think and you see this in tech industry too. They've laid a lot of people off. Either their job is like pointless or they aren't doing anything. So okay, this whole video is supposed to be about remote work. So I disagree with Trump and Elon about remote work. I think that's such a like an old school authoritarian come to the office every day. And I'm not even a remote worker. I'm a blue collar worker. I've never been a remote worker. So like I'm not like a this is like a non-biased person. I'm not just like some disgruntled remote worker or something like that. The thing is with remote work is it's easily outsourced, which I think that a lot of office jobs are probably easily outsourced too. You can just find some countries in a different handle the accounting of my like company, handle this, handle like I don't need a person there to do it if it can be done on the internet. Like so many things are done with the internet nowadays. I sit here and think like everything needs to be done in house in the building. It's just crazy, man. It's really crazy. Like it's such an old school way of thinking. So like forcing people to come back to the office is just, to me, it just seems so dumb. Like what? Like if you're paying for a lease on a building, because most companies like they usually don't own the building, they're usually leasing the space. Then you don't renew the lease. And you know what you could do is you can like find places that like, for instance, if you have people that need to go somewhere, you need to have somebody that you can like find different companies that have extra space in their actual building that you can just have like, you can rent out that whole space. You don't have to rent out a whole damn building for your, you know what I mean? It's like we need less and less office workers because of AI. So with the remote work, it's like we should convert these buildings. We're having a commercial building recession because there's no point. You know, you see this with malls. Like people usually don't go to malls that much anymore like they used to. Like people went to malls all the time, just order stuff off of Amazon. So you don't need these buildings. We have a homeless problem. So, like, you can convert, and we have an insane problem, so you can convert some of these federal buildings into, like, insane asylums, or stuff like a halfway house. Like, dude, if people have, like, I might be sitting here, like, going forward, if I don't get a job soon, I'm probably going to have, like, severe economic hardships about to come, where I'm probably going to end up going bankrupt. And, you know, what does that mean? You know... That means that my credit's going to be absolutely horrendous for 7 years. I won't be able to buy a house. I won't be able to buy a car. So if you know, if you have no family and you know apartments that go based off your credit, you're not going to be able to get a place to live because it's like you should be able to go somewhere and like try to rebuild your life. You know. What has happened to the average worker due to all the money being printed, due to like these booms and busts and fucking with our finances? Like there's no stability, man. And that's why people are just like, what the fuck, man? Can things be stable for a while? No, everything needs to be like, oh, crazy. I don't know what to invest in, this and that. And it feels like we've been scammed. And it's like, we need places where people can rebuild their lives. Let me go somewhere where I can learn, where I don't have to worry about. Like I'm not like one of these like me. Just take me for instance. Let's just say like you know, I end up having to go live on the street somewhere. Obviously, I'm not gonna stay where I'm at. I'm gonna be moving to like California or something like that. But let's just say hypothetically that happens. Well, I want to contribute. What I hate doing is I fucking hate driving. I hate fucking having to have a car and like the people, the red pill, like, you're gonna have a shitty car. I don't want to drive around a shitty car. It's not about like looks or anything like that. It's like I want to be able to get from point A to point B without having to worry about fucking breaking down. I don't care about fixing a car or learning how to fucking fix a car. Like these combustion engines are gonna be gone soon. Like I don't give a fuck, man. I don't want to learn how to fucking fix a car. Like this and that. Was like it's absolutely insane. Like the insurance and everything like that. Like you companies, if you want us to come in, you want people to go to, you're gonna have to start like funding transportation. Especially like if you don't want to pay people right, you don't want to pay for our insurance. You don't want to pay for shit. You know, I get the insurance, like health insurance is so much, and like they don't want to pay it no more. Okay, like then give me a fucking option, man. If I can't, if you're not gonna help pay for my insurance or pay for it all like they used to, or give me a pension or give me any fucking thing, then give me high pay or give me fucking low pay for that shit so I can get fucking food stamps from the government, man. Because it's just like I don't pay me shit, but pay for everything else. And, you know, I'm almost to the point where like universal-based healthcare should apply to people who make under a certain amount. I don't see why I have to pay a fucking $9,000, a $12,000 deductible on top of a monthly premium, and I gotta pay a fucking $100 copay. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't want a fucking private insurance. I don't fucking care about what carrier. I just want a fucking basic insurance that I can go to any fucking doctor, and any fucking doctor will take that fucking insurance. And you know, if it's like, if the government can't help, if companies can't help, and it's just like, why is shit so expensive? Why is healthcare so expensive? It doesn't fucking need to be that expensive. You know, it's almost to the point where it's like, let me figure out what's wrong with me, and I do this with AI. Here's my symptoms, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, before I go in and be like, hey, I'm going to supply you with the gloves. So, like, I don't want you to charge me for the gloves. What do you need to service me? Okay, so I'll buy all of those physical items myself. Oh, okay, like the little things for the blood. I'll order them off of Amazon or whatever. The needles, everything. You're not going to charge me an exorbitant amount of money if I can provide it myself. You know, that's where we have to be. We need doctors that actually come to our houses and like do house calls. It's crazy. It's crazy how much like stuff costs, because like the price for housing, putting a roof over our head, is absolutely insane. Whether it's rent, and you're sitting here like, dude, you're fucked if you rent a house. You're fucked if you buy a house. You're fucked either way. That's what it feels like. I was listening to this YouTuber, and he's talking about like, you're in your best position if you're renting right now. But it's like, yeah, but like, I am not building any type of equity in fucking where I'm at. So I understand like you're paying like high property taxes and high insurance, and it's like you got to pay for maintenance on your place, and it becomes kind of like a money pit. But at least you have a fucking home, man. At least you have something that you say it's yours, even though it's not yours because the government makes you pay property taxes on it. It's insane. But like, there's no reason for people to have to come into work if they don't have to. Like, if you want to do like culture, you know, like they want, we want people to be like culture, like, you know, you can do a culture meeting where like you get together and you do some fucking fun things together or whatever, and like whatever money you save from not renting the fucking building or paying the lease on the building, you can use towards like having like a fun experience where people take a vacation, or they like go to a ball game together, and then you go to a banquet afterward. Like, that's a culture thing. Not sitting here like, go to a fucking office every day, having to deal with people you don't want to be around all day, and like doing your work and trying to act like you're busy all fucking day when it only takes like, you gotta be there for 8 hours, and you gotta be there on fucking time, and spend all this time fucking commuting, and just to sit there for like what, a couple hours, get your work done, and then just sit there like you're fucking busy the rest of the time. Why? So we give a fucking supervisor something to do. Like if people aren't doing their job, remote work, you can see it. Well, this report's supposed to be done by this time and it's not. Well, I guess like that's a strike against that person. It's late. Well, another strike. I don't know how it works for those people, but you can monitor them the same way. Let them people do the working time they want. If they want to wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and do their stupid work, then let them do their report at 3 o'clock in the morning. This old school way of like, we need to have culture. Like, that's cool. But like, we don't live in the 1950s no more, man. Like, things are expensive. If things were cheaper, if it was cheaper to move, that's the thing, it's so expensive just to fucking go anywhere. People don't know how to drive. It costs so much to have a fucking car. I don't even want to fucking use my car. I can easily do Uber Eats right now, but I don't want to put the wear and tear on my car. It's like, it's such a fucking hassle, dude. It's such a hassle for everything. And people wonder, oh, why don't you want to work? It's like, because it sucks. It fucking sucks. Well, you have the most abundance that like people have ever had, and it's like, I guess, man, but everything's fucking unstable. We have to deal with like complete booms and busts all the time. It's not like a steady going up like inflation with our currency. It's like boom, boom. It's like bubble crash, and it's just like enough is enough with this shit. The world's had enough of this shit. The Democrats' plan, they have no plan. All they want to do is worry about right now. And that's what they seem like. Oh, let's just worry about right now. They don't want to think about the future. They will leave us right off a fucking huge ass cliff where we have a complete societal breakdown. And like what Trump is doing with the tariffs, if Canada wants to go ahead and turn our lights off, then go ahead, do it. Let's see what happens. It's not going to end well for them. Like there's no long term thinking there. They think that we're just going to sit here and be like, yeah, just go ahead and not fucking let us buy your fuel anymore. And I understand, like, they lost a lot of jobs, and that's fucking unfortunate, man. There's good workers there. I don't want them losing their fucking jobs. But how about you stop fucking giving us tariffs? How about you, like, fucking figure your shit out? And if you can't fucking figure your shit out, then let us take your ass over. Because your government fucking sucks. And that's what it's about. Like, if you can't figure your shit out, your government's wasting money on stupid crap that doesn't fucking matter. Like our government was, like wasting it on stupid crap that has nothing to do with reality. Use your own fucking money to do your studies, you rich people. If you want to know, was it the shrimp on a treadmill? If you want to know that, use your own money. Stop using our government like our tax dollars on that crap. We have GoFundMe. Like, fend it yourself. You people on the left, you want to defend Ukraine? Use your own money. Use your own bodies over there. They need bodies. They need people to fight against Russia. Well, you're sitting on the keyboard saying, I support Ukraine. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. You're just virtue signaling. It's all you people do. And people still wearing masks. Like, fucking. Like, why do they wear a mask? Because they want to know. It's their, like, their call sign. It's their signature. Like, oh, I'm wearing a mask. Like, for what, dude? Like, seriously? Like, I haven't worn a mask, and the only reason I wore a mask is because I was forced to wear them. I haven't worn them since like 2021, something like that. And these people are still wearing them. It's absurd. It's absurd. Like, I'm so fucking tired of these people. I'm so, like, there is a part of me that's like, let's just go to civil war. Because I hate you fucking people. Like, I'm fucking tired of you. You completely believe, like, the propaganda. You can't think for yourself at all. You just all parrot the same thing. You know, I posted a video on here. I posted a video showing the Democrat propaganda. They're all reading a fucking script, man. They're all reading a fucking script. I don't know who's writing the fucking script. Probably the WEF. They're sold out. When they're all saying the exact same thing, the exact same words. There is no like coming up with a different word, saying something similar with different words. No, it's the exact same words, because that is the propaganda, to use the exact say more, so it pounds it into your head. Like, this is right, this is right. You say the same thing over and over and over again, even if it's a lie, people will start to agree with it. And I'm fucking tired of the propaganda. So many people have bought into the propaganda. And possibly, like, you know, I have in some aspects in the past, and maybe, like, I might now and make a mistake. But, you know, you make mistakes. It's like, it's so hard to trust anything. It really is. It's really fucking hard to trust anything nowadays. You sit there and it's just kind of like, you have to look at things with a critical view. Everything. I don't care if you're on the right or the fucking left, because both sides will do propaganda. Both sides will do it. So, like, I just want the fucking truth. I just want the fucking facts. You know, like, for the longest time, I got into a fight with somebody on the left, and they said, well, Robert Byrd denounced everything that he did in his past. So that completely broke my narrative, always thinking, like, well, Biden and Clinton attended a KKK member's funeral. I don't know everything about everything. You know what I mean? It's like, I make mistakes too. The problem is, like, they don't think outside the box at all. They don't think critically. They don't question their government. They don't question the narrative. They don't question the leaders. They think they're all fucking right all the fucking time. And it's just like, I just want things to be regular. I just want to be prosperous. I want to create. I don't want fucking war. And whoever's the one trying to push fucking wars, they need to be taken out at this point. Like, they need to, the people that are pushing wars, like, they need to be removed from where they're at. And if it's some, like, NGO or something, some foreign NGO, they need to be found. They need to be exposed, and all their bullshit that they've been hiding everyone needs to see it. And they need to be held responsible, man. They need to have their wealth taken from them. Their family needs to have their wealth. Everyone, every single one of these people. I'm tired of these motherfuckers, dude. That's it.